What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. We got to talk a little bit more about this WNBA topic that went viral between Monica McNutt, Stephen A. Smith, and Shannon Sharpe. Now, they have two totally different takes where Stephen A. was saying he was a little upset with the way Monica came at him, pretty much saying that he put so many people in position to further their journalistic career. And I remember Stephen A., when he first launched his podcast, was talking about that, putting some people of color, some women, some minority brothers in position. And, he's bringing them on First Take for sure. And, even sharing his platform with them. So that's one thing that he has been doing. Shannon Sharpe, he was a part of that debate as well um, on today with Molly Qerim up there, and you could see some of the faces she was making. I don't know if Molly was kind of saying, Monica was saying some of the things that Molly's been thinking for a long time or not, but you could see she was like, oh my God, this is actually happening. And Shannon was over there and he had a little bit to say, but Shannon, being a smart businessman, um, and really probably just wanting to further the conversation more than the business, he brought Monica McNutt over on his show today. And I'm going to be honest with you, this might not be a bad look moving forward, bringing Monica, because I know Monica work a lot of jobs. When I watch Nick games, she's covering, MSG. She's on a show with Wally Serbiak after the Knicks game. She calls them, she does the play-by-play with the games too. So, she has a lot on her plate. But if Shannon could bring her in a few days a week and really cover the WNBA, I think on his show, I think people would tune in for that, bringing Monica in. I think that could be huge for him because he doesn't have a person that really covers the women's game like that. And also, Monica could cover like the college, the college season and all that. So I think that's good. But we're going to listen to these takes. Um, First, Stephen A. Smith, and then we're going to listen to what Monica said to Shannon Sharpe about her point today and what she was trying to say. Let's speak.
You ever heard of Monica McNutt? You have now, because she's on First Take a lot. Shannon Ogwumike, absolutely wonderful, spectacular basketball analyst, etc., WNBA player in her own right. Ask her how it's been to be on First Take. How about Andrea Carter, who's a rising star in this business? How much do you think First Take helped that? What about Kimberly Martin? What about Molly Qerim herself? Now, I have sat back for years and taken a lot of shit from people. Some who don't know what the hell they're talking about. Some who act like they don't know just because they want to get at me. I could care less about people getting at me. I just want you to be accurate. And it is highly offensive to me when somebody implies or flat out states, like Monica McNutt did this morning, which was factually incorrect. I challenge anybody to find a show in sports television that discusses women issues, that discusses the WNBA or women's sports, that highlights and profiles female analysts more than First Take.
Well, so I'm going to take y'all. Two things happened to me. I actually went to the Liberty game on Friday, and this episode sort of speaks to the growth of the game. My fiance and I, we just take the train home because it's easiest. We're in New York. And there are a couple of white boys. One of them went to Auburn. His brother went to University of Missouri. His girlfriend was with them, another young white man. They're probably in their late 20s. One of them might have been in their early 20s. And it was a black woman that clearly just left the Liberty game that sat across from them. And they just spark up, y'all, this spontaneous conversation about women's basketball. And yes, it was about this particular play, and it was a little bit about the Sky and Angel, and it was Caitlin, and it was about the Liberty. And I'm looking at my fiance like, this is crazy. Like, we're just on a train, and folks that you might not think are watching the WNBA hop into this conversation. And they're both engaging. They started talking about Auburn and the Tuskegee, and I was peak ear hustling for the record, but they was loud. So it's But I say that to say, Ocho and Shannon, I get that we are at a special place when it comes to women's basketball and the growth of the game and all of the eyeballs. I think what I was frustrated by in our conversation earlier is that we can hold more than one truth, y'all. Like,
Yes.
the idea of some players being jealous, yes, that probably exists. But I think in Caitlin's debut, since she has made her debut, there's been a large and loud clamor or push, yes, that is Caitlin versus the W. Okay. And that is unfair. Okay. To me, yeah, jealous, sure. I mean, would you be jealous of somebody that got $28 million a shoe deal or whatever the deal is before you step foot in the pros? Right? Yeah. I just need us all to do a better job of holding room for multiple truth. Jordan as a rookie, Joe, right? LeBron as a rookie, like Wemby as a rookie. When you look at guys that have gone on to be great, I'm sure they would not say their rookie years were cakewalks. Now, in the case of LeBron, and if we use Wemby this year, they have physically dominant and powerful statures. And so maybe that has allowed them to skirt some of the curve. But Caitlin is a guard coming from college. She got to get her weight up. The W has to continue to allow her to be one of the leaders of this platform, as Angel Reese has also been, because I know that's going to be a hot topic tomorrow. And so my whole thing is just, it doesn't have to be either or. It can be both. But the prevailing idea that it's the W versus Caitlin and that these women don't understand the power of the eyeballs and the audience that she's helped grow the league to, that's just unfair. And that's what bothers me.
So we got to the bottom of what Monica said. Now, people were upset with my first video and some of my comments, but Monica basically said, yes, some jealousy does exist. And that's all I was saying, is that it's there. Not everybody's jealous. Some people is just competing and they want to tear your head off like they did last year before Caitlin came in the league. It's just their approach to the game of basketball. It's not a blanket statement I was making. I'm just saying that, you know, there some of that does exist. And she's like, you know, she made 28 million, you know, wouldn't you be a little jealous? She said that somewhere in the interview with Shannon too. I'm not sure if it's in that clip that I cut out, but I was watching it live and she did mention the $28 million Nike deal having some people jealous as well, you know, because Caitlin is not, like, her play on the court don't match, you know, some of the other players, and they never got a deal like that. Now, what I will say is, you know, bringing college fan bases into the pro game, man, it is really huge, right? Because the women's game is in a weird space where, like, the college game and those fan bases, as much as you love, put it like this, as much as people love Duke basketball, Carolina basketball, you know, any of the blue bloods, it's not comparable to how much people love the Celtics, how much people love the Lakers and some of these other teams, right? Because it's a professional level. The women's game is at a place where, like, the college team be having more fans than the pro team. So I say the transition period is very, very important that everybody is on board and on one accord. And I ain't talking about the competition. The people that's saying that they should just lay down and let Caitlin be a great, no. Not none of that. But, you know, you can also acknowledge that she has brought in, you know, the eyes and we got a chance to really increase the revenue and the pot for everybody going forward. So tear her head off. She needs to be a star, but she got to work for that, obviously. You don't let her be a star in the game, but don't try to, like, downplay what she's brought to the game. You know, an Angel on another level too. But I need to say this, though. If it was just Angel coming in and no interaction with Clark, then you know, it wouldn't be no charter jets yet. I can promise you that. And it'd just be another good rookie, right? That interaction between it elevated both of them, but Caitlin was already getting quite a bit of traction as far as media coverage in her junior year, and Angel Reese kind of gravitated. I mean, you know, not gravitated, but she kind of, I didn't want to say latched on to that because she was their best player, but yeah, you know, really just taunting Caitlin after Caitlin had taunted Haley Van Lith in an earlier game. And ain't nothing wrong with that. It happened how it had to happen, but there's just the facts of the matter. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no problem giving both of them their props. You want more things like that to spawn in the college game, especially since the college game historically has had more eyes than the pro game. There's nothing wrong with that. You want Juju to bring her fans. You want Hannah Hidalgo to bring all her fans. All these young ladies that play at a high level going forward. You know, you want this to continue. You want Caitlyn to be great. So by the time some of these other girls come in, you want her at a Tarazi level. Because now so who's the next one? You know, because people, they're going to ride this Caitlyn wave. I don't know how long the run's going to last, but they're going to ride it. And then if she does become the best, say hypothetically she becomes the best player in the game and she's winning championships, after a while you start looking for, and it's just human nature. They like, okay, who next? I'm tired of her winning. Who's the next up and coming? And so somebody will have an opportunity to take that spot from her at that point. You know, so people are always looking for the next thing. That's why we need this thing to be good. We need Angel Reese to be one of the top bigs in the league at some point, if possible. But yeah, man, that's my little spiel. But glad Shannon had Monica on. Stephen A. Smith's take is not going over well on social media with people because they're saying this is the same thing he was saying like when he brought Shannon Sharpe on the first take. Pretty much, I got you there. I did this. I did that. You hear, you know, I'm keeping your name alive. Me. And a lot of people didn't like that. That's the way they're perceiving it. So, yeah, man, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.
Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down.
I'm not going to take it down.
Skip. 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 Skip.